Today we are going to talk about the distributive property. We know that the distributive property allows us to take an outside factor and multiply it to individual pieces within a group. Now, when we have numbers only, we have the choice to either multiply this outside factor to the group itself or multiply it to each individual part. But once we get to algebra, we don't always have that option. Once we're using letters and we have unknown values, we need to distribute to be able to simplify our expressions. So if we take a look here, we've got that outside factor of A being multiplied to the group of B plus C. Now, this is not simplified, but I can take that A and distribute the A, multiplying it to B and C separately, allowing us to have A times B plus A times C, and simplifying that down to AB plus AC. Here we have our factored form when we still have that factor outside of our parentheses. Here we have our expanded form once we've split up that factor, outside factor, and distributed it to each of our inside group. All right, so let's try. We're going to try this two different ways. We're going to start off by practicing with our area model. Here we have our area model. This 5 is being multiplied to the group of 2 plus 11. So our factored form would have that 5 outside, and then that being multiplied to the group of 2 plus 11. Now, that 5 gets multiplied to your 2 and multiplied to your 11. 5 times 2, they meet in that box, and that gets you 10. 5 times 11 gets you 55. So your expanded form would look like this: 5 times 2 plus 5 times 11. And then that gets simplified down to 5 times 2, which is 10, plus 55. Let's try one with a variable. Here we have 4, the factor of 4 being multiplied to the group of x plus 4. So again, our factored form would have that 4 outside being multiplied to the group of x plus 4. Your 4 gets distributed to each term. 4 times x plus 4 times 4, but that can then be simplified down. 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times 4 is 16. Now, we don't always need to use those area models. We can just use the expression itself. Down here, I've got 3 times the group of 7 plus 3. We take that 3 and distribute it to both the 7 and the 3. 3 times 7 plus 3 times 3. Simplify that out. We've got 21 plus 9, getting me a final simplification of 30. Now, again, with the variable, we can distribute again. We've got 9 times x minus 9 times 7. I can simplify that down to say 9x minus 63. So the distributive property allows us to simplify our expressions and combine like terms. In this instance, 9 and 7 are both constant numbers, and they can be combined here. This allows us to have a more simple expression.